After eliminating a perennial power in the Brick Green Dragons in the semis, they now make their first ever title appearance. Chatham has been here before. 3 times they have tried for the brass ring, but have come up empty-handed. Now Hall of Fame head coach Harvey Cohen looks for the one thing that has eluded his team for 38 years. It's Middletown South and Chatham in the Public B Final. Next on MSG Varsity. This is the New Jersey Devils NJSIAA State Hockey Championships. It's game time on MSG Varsity. Today from the Prudential Center in Newark, it's the New Jersey Public B State Final as the Middletown South Eagles take on the Chatham Cougars. Hello again, everyone. I'm Lou Brogno. Alongside on the call of the game is Pete Caggiano. We welcome you to the Prudential Center. Interesting matchup in this Public B State Championship. The Chatham Cougars, one of the top public school teams all season long, coming into this championship tilt with just 3 losses on the season. But Middletown South, Pete, might be one of the big surprises of this Public B tournament. They skate in their first ever state title game.
Hall of Fame coach Harvey Cohen has been to the dance 3 times, and each time he's left without the trophy, including way back in 1976, the very first championship game where Chatham lost to Brick in overtime. However, today you mentioned Middletown South. It's not going to be an easy game. Middletown South is playing very well. Coach Stan Gutt said he's going to go mano on mano. He's going to match his best line against Chatham's best line, and may the best team win.
Well, the third member of our broadcast team is Colin Cosell. Colin, how did these 2 teams get to this championship game?
Well, Lou, it's no surprise to see the Chatham Cougars here after the season that they've had, but we've got a bit of a Cinderella story in Middletown South, making it here to the finals. You take a look at the bracket, you see what Middletown South went through. They took down Mountain Lakes, they took down Brick, and Chatham, of course, went through Ramsey and Mawa, and, well, I gotta tell you, it's pretty exciting to see this kind of matchup. It was, of course, the 2nd seed Brick taking on the 11th-seeded Middletown South. Brick had won the 2 regular season matchups, tied at 1, and the Eagles took the lead as Steven Sangermano finds the net. It was the second of 3 first-period goals that South would score, and the upset was in the making. After a scoreless second, the Green Dragons dominated the early part of the 3rd period, and goals by Matt Gamina, and this wraparound by Brendan Dowd tied the game at 3. But with 8:04 to play, and on the power play, Sangermano scores his 2nd of the game, and it proved to be the game winner. Goaltender Chris Marcello had 42 saves in the 5-3 victory, and for the first time ever, Middletown South had advanced to the finals.
First trip to the States for us. We made it to semifinals my 2nd year here, and now our first trip, and we're looking forward for it.
And in the Public B semifinals, top-seeded Chatham got a scare from 4th-seeded Mawa. The Cougars grabbed a first-period lead as Trip Burke opened the scoring as his shot goes airborne and somehow finds its way into the net for the first goal of the game. It was tied in the 2nd period when Alex Rauter set up Burke for his 2nd goal of the night, and it looked like Chatham might pull away. But Matt Gutierrez tied the game for the Thunderbirds. As we went to the final period, it was anyone's game. In the 3rd, it was Burke who went back to his playmaking role as he and Rauter set up Danny Casey for the game winner. Rauter added an empty net goal, and Chatham won it 4-2 and returned to the finals for the first time since 1996.
Oh, it's awesome. This is a great feeling. It's great to be going to Rockets. It's a great experience. I'm really happy.
We've got a Cinderella story and a top-notch team. This is going to be one heck of a game. I, for one, am excited.
Thanks, Colin. Let's talk about some of the key players in this championship game. First of all, for Middletown South, their outstanding forward, Steve Sangermano. One of the key reasons why the Eagles are in this championship game. He had 2 goals against the Green Dragons of Brick in the semifinals.
The second-line center is a 3-year varsity starter. Began his career up in Massachusetts before moving to New Jersey in grade school. 2 of his 6 goals this year have come on the power play. Coach Stan Gutt praised his defensive abilities. Says he's one of the most coachable kids he's ever had. Sangermano has been asked many times this year to shut down the opposing team's sniper. And Lou, he will have his hands full today.
Well, Sangermano on the season, 6 goals, 2 assists, and as we mentioned, he had 2 goals in that big semifinal win. On the other side for the Cougars of Chatham, one of their more solid performers all season long has been their junior forward, Trip Burke. 16 goals on the season and 13 assists.
Well, when you play against Chatham, you need to concentrate on two players, Rauter and Casey, and rightly so. But it's the center on that line, Trip Burke, that is the unsung hero. Left unchecked, he scored 2 goals in the semifinal against Mawa. Chatham coach Harvey Cohen said Burke is one of the first ones on the ice for practice and the last one off. He's worked really hard this year to improve his game. He really complements that line well. And he's also a standout player on Chatham's varsity soccer team.
And Trip Burke with 29 points on the season in the semifinals against Mawa. 2 goals and an assist in the big 4-2 win for the Cougars. All right, we're just moments away from dropping the puck in this Public B championship game. Middletown South skating against Chatham. Coming up next on MSG Varsity HD.
I'm thrilled to death that they will have an opportunity to enjoy the experience at the Rock. What the Devils do and how they do it is classy, and it's an experience that they will take with them for a lifetime.
The legendary Harvey Cohen, the head coach of the Chatham Cougars, getting to this championship game. Of course, they were in the first championship game back in 1976. Chatham Township losing to Brick that season, and they lost in the finals in 95 and 96. So Harvey Cohen looking to bring his Cougars to a state championship here in 2011.
Harvey wearing his good luck hat today, that blue hat with the white C right on the brim.
This is the New Jersey Public B championship game. Middletown South coming in 15-7-3, and Chatham at 23-3. There is the goalie for the Chatham Cougars, Jordan Bowles. He's only a freshman, 5'8", 135 pounds. Goals against average this year, 2.52, and his save percentage over 88%. Had 18 saves in the semifinal win. And there's the head coach of the Eagles of Middletown South, Stan Gutt, in his 9th season. Played at Bayonne High School, where his number 27 jersey is retired. And his goalie has been sensational this year, Chris Marcillo. He's been spectacular. Assistant captain of this Eagles team, 6'1", 190 pounds. See, 1 shutout on the season, 2.70 goals against average, 90% save percentage, 42 saves in the semifinal win.
And Lou, he too is a 4-year starter.
So here we go, Middletown South in their road dark blue uniforms trimmed with silver and white, and Chatham, the higher seed, in their home white jerseys trimmed with blue. We're underway here at the Rock. This is for the Public B State Championship. A dream come true for both of these teams to skate on this ice.
The Devils do a fantastic job with this game. They really make the players feel at home and give them the star treatment.
Puck goes behind the Chatham goal. Middletown South has played terrific in this tournament. A great win against Mountain Lakes just last week. Big hit delivered by the Eagles, and they look to be physical early in this game.
That was Jimmy Burns, the defenseman, who did a great job earlier this year against Mountain Lakes and Selniker, and that time he just leveled the Chatham player. Watch this play on the outside. That's the little hit. Watch this one. Boom, right there. He catches Danny Casey with his head down, puts a shoulder right into his shoulder. Good check.
So the face-off comes to the left of Marcillo. And a quick shot, but Marcillo able to stick it aside. We're just underway here at the Prudential Center. Middletown South sends it deep into the Chatham zone, chased down there by Scott Kepler of the Cougars. He's met there by Steve San Germano, and here comes Chatham across center ice. Billy Pellegrino takes it across the blue line, and a whistle stops play.
Lou, it may take a shift or two for these guys to get their legs. A little bit nervous today, playing in a big building, having the kind of atmosphere that we have here at the Rock. but by the second or third shift, they should be in their game.
Face-off comes just outside the blue line, taken there by Jake Pyle of Chatham. He flips it back to Pellegrino, who shoots it in, dumps it into the boards beyond the goal. Cougars look to set things up here. Chatham in this tournament with some big wins as that one gets by Marcillo in! I'm not sure Marcillo saw it. It just skipped by him, and the Cougars break on top.
No, you're absolutely right, Lou. I don't think Chris Marcillo saw that puck at all. He was looking in front of him as it bounced up and over and then went in the net. Watch from the corner. He comes out. There's the quick shot. It hits somebody in front. Look, he's still looking in front. He has no idea where it is. And I think Jake Paul will have his goal, his 17th of the season. Get another look. Nice curl from the outside to the inside. Look, he still doesn't know until the crowd starts to cheer.
Jake Pyle with his 17th goal of the season. And the senior puts the Cougars on top. They lead it 1-0. Jimmy Burns carries deep from Middletown. So takes the shot. Bowles makes a kick save. And the rebound comes outside the circle. Chatham with victories in this tournament over Northern Highlands. Ramsey 3-1 and Mawa 4-2 in the semifinals. And a whistle stops play. Looks like the face-off.
And we're going to have a penalty coming up here.
Middletown South.
Looks to be Jimmy Burns. He leveled the Chatham player right along the boards. They're going to call boarding on this. Burns, big kid. He's a senior. Plays a very physical style. Watch coming up right there. Boom. See how he hit him directly from behind? You saw the player's head kind of snap back, and he put him head first right into the boards. That is a penalty.
The faceoff comes down into the Middletown South zone. Here's a power play opportunity for Chatham. The Cougars 20% on the power play this year. The puck cleared there by the Eagles, and going back to get it, Connor Nelson, one of the senior captains for the Cougars. He'll set it up. Flips it on the left wing to Pyle. Pyle brings it across the blue line. Good defense by the Eagles to knock him off the puck there. Nelson loses the puck. It comes back to center ice. Taken there by Rob Graziano. He's only a freshman. Imagine that skating here at the Prudential Center, the state championship game. Here's an opportunity for Middletown South, deflected by Nelson in front.
I was wondering why Casey and Rauter weren't on the ice at the beginning of that power play, but they're out there now.
Alex Rauter, one of the top offensive players in the Garden State this year. 38 goals on the season. Skates in and has the puck knocked off his stick. Good defense by the Eagles. Steve San Germano. Here's Rauter in the corner, looks to set it up. Circles around, changes direction. Here's a shot by Casey that goes wide. Then Nelson tries to backhand one that goes through the crease. It comes back out towards center ice, and a breakaway opportunity for Zimmel, but he has it knocked away from him by Connor Nelson.
I'm not sure if Chris Marcillo seen the puck well, because even on that last flurry, he was looking in front of him and the puck was in the corner.
Casey intercepts, takes a shot, and Marcillo makes the save. And then Middletown South able to clear. 22 seconds left on the power play for Chatham. Cougars have a 1-0 lead on a down here in this first period. Pyle tries to dig it out for Chatham. Just 4 seconds left on the power play. Alex Marsh flips it along the boards. Pyle regains it here for the Cougars. Pellegrino takes the shot, and a save there by Marcillo. Rebound comes back out all the way to center ice. Power. England shoots it high up over the crossbar.
Good play by Jordan Bowles, not giving the shooter much to go for, and it went just about 6 inches wide at a far post.
Jimmy Burns sends it up ahead. Another opportunity coming up here for Middletown South. Shot wide by Tyler Ralph. And that one dangerously in front. Eagles putting on some pressure here. Brian Weissmantle across the blue line for Chatham. Sets it up. And then a backhanded pass by Sam Nestler, looking for Weissmantle in the corner. Middletown South dumps it into the Chatham zone. We're less than 10 minutes now remaining first period. The Cougars with a 1-0 lead. Looking for their first ever state title. They've played in 3, but have lost all 3. And the great career of their head coach, Harvey Cohen.
Second most winningest coach in the state of New Jersey, right behind Brick's Bob Oriema.
With 530 career victories for Harvey Cohen. Chatham able to dump it in. Rob Graziano sends it behind the goal. Set up in front, and Middletown South able to knock it out of there. Cougars trying to keep it in. Trip Burke loses. And the puck lofted up ice behind the Chatham goal. Here's Rauter. He sends it up to center ice, trying to find his teammate Danny Casey. Those two have been playing together since they've been 5 years old.
And they really know how to complement each other well. It's almost as if they don't even have to pick their head up and look on the ice.
Trip Burke has it knocked away from him. 8:45 counting down here in the first. Chatham leading Middletown South 1-0 in this 2011 non-public B state championship.
And Trip Burke taking a big hit there as Middletown South is trying to be physical, trying to slow up the Chatham players.
This is the public B state championship. Non-public coming up later. Del Barton against St. Augustine Prep. Danny Casey knocks it away. Taken there by Alex Marsh of the Cougars. He has it intercepted by Malabat, who put it in front. Almost an opportunity there for Zack England.
And defensive Chatham had to be Johnny on the spot to clear the puck out of the danger zone.
Puck dumped in by Alex Marsh and retrieved there. Middletown South's Brian Walsh. Walsh sends it up ahead to center ice. It picked off there by Trip Burke. Burke bangs it back into the Middletown South zone. 7:45 remaining here in the first. Jimmy Burns quickly up ice from the right wing, takes a shot that goes wide. Get the idea here early on, Pete, that both teams just, even though Chatham has scored, just kind of feeling each other out. Here's Casey as he comes in. He tries to take a backhander that deflects in front. Marcillo able to kick it away at the last minute.
Boy, that was close. It went right across the goal crease. Marcillo's skate touched it, but it didn't go in. It stayed right on the line.
Here's a shot deflected in front, and Alex Rauter picks it off, sends it back up across the center ice. Middletown South able to dump it back in. Rob Graziano, the freshman, sends it up to Rauter at center ice. Rauter across the blue line, and he sends one towards the goal that Marcillo gloves. Chatham able to keep it in. Here's a quick slap shot taken by Rauter. Comes back to Pellegrino. Gets the rebound. A stick save there by Marcillo.
Two great saves by Chris Marcillo. One with the right pad, the other one with the right blocker.
Chatham has outshot Middletown South 8-4 here in this first period. Rauter tried to poke it up ahead, but the Eagles able to play it. It looked to clear, but cannot. Chatham able to keep it in. It comes back to Pellegrino from the blue line. He lifts one towards the goal that's sticked aside by Marcillo. Chris Marcillo, we mentioned 42 saves in the game against Brickton. Prior to that shutout, one of the top, actually he only gave up one goal to one of the top offensive teams in the state, Mountain Lakes.
Take a look at Casey from the outside. Then he wraps it around. Look how close that is. It hits the skate. You see it there about 6 inches away from the goal line, but it's just swept out of danger. We'll get another look from over top. Watch as Marcillo now goes to his left. There you see it. Wow. And who was that right in front of the net? That was Nestler, and he couldn't tuck it home. And then Rauter had a good chance. But again, good save by Marcillo.
Under 6 minutes now remaining here in the first period. Chatham 1, Middletown South nothing. Glad you could join us here from the Prudential Center for this 2011 New Jersey Public B state title game. Intercepted by Tyler Ralph of Middletown South, and he sends it up along the near side boards to Zack England. Oh, big hit delivered at center ice by Danny Casey.
Casey caught the Middletown South player looking the other way and really leveled him with a good shoulder check.
Pass just goes wide of Zack England's stick in front. He was set up. This is the first state championship game for Middletown South. They're a remarkable story this year. Started the season 7-1 in their first 8 games, and then they went 1-6 in their next 7. So it's been a roller coaster season for the Eagles. Right now, they're riding high as they are playing for the state title.
It's not how you start the season, it's how you finish, and they're finishing strong.
That one bounces off the stick of Murphy up ahead to Arcamano. He has it knocked away in front of the Chatham goal. Slap shot from the blue line. A wicked shot by Brian Walsh. Bowles was able to stick it aside.
Bowles did a nice job going down on the right knee, making that save.
Puck loose in front, but the Cougars able to knock it out of there, and it's chased down by Jimmy Burns. 4:20 remaining in the first. Chatham 1, Middletown South nothing. And whistle stops play with 4:13 remaining.
Take a look at some of this hard-hitting action. Boom, right there. You see Casey come in, kept his arms down, kept his elbows down, and just put the shoulder right into the Middletown South forward.
So the face-off comes all the way down into the Middletown South zone. Looks like a hand pass was the call.
And this year, hand passes, high sticks, a lot of those infractions, the face-off comes all the way deep back inside your defensive zone. No longer a last play call.
Face-off controlled by Middletown South. Jimmy Burns sends it along the boards. Kept in by the Cougars. Connor Nelson, nice play. And then Jake Herondine has control here for Chatham. Sends it towards the goal and sticked aside by Marcillo. Rob Graziano sends it in, and Marcillo makes an easy glove save. Marcillo's put together back-to-back solid seasons. Last year, 1.77 goals against average. This year, we mentioned 2.7.
And Lou, on that save right there, that puck was deflected by Jake Pyle on the way in. Good save by Chris Marcillo.
This one comes out towards the blue line. Scott Kepler sends it towards the goal and goes off of the shoulder of Marcillo.
Again, that one was redirected from about 8 feet out just to Marcillo's left.
In front, they tried to set up Casey. It comes back to Graziano, takes the shot, and Marcillo has to cover up.
Chip Burke right on the doorstep looking for a rebound. Watch some of this action early. The shot. Look at that nice deflection. Great save by Marcillo, moving with the right blocker and right arm, catching it in the crux of his elbow to knock it away from the goal.
Face off to the left to Chris Marcillo. Controlled by Middletown South. But kept in by Rauter, who intercepted and then unleashed a wicked slap shot. Comes out to center ice. The race on. Zack England has the puck, makes a nice move, but has it knocked away from him by Pellegrino. Good defense.
And then who came back to back check? That was Alex Rauter knocking that loose puck that was sitting about 4 feet in front of Jordan Bowles.
And Rauter tries to send it up ahead to Casey, but it's intercepted at center ice by Jimmy Burns. And he sends it into the Chatham zone. 2:43 and counting down here in this first period. The Cougars with a 1-0 lead here in this state championship game. Puck lifted by Marcillo behind the goal. Jason Zimmel sends it ahead, but it's gloved there by Jake Pyle. And the Cougars send it back in. Pyle trying to center, but nobody home there for Chatham.
And just a little bit behind Henderson.
Jason Zimmel takes the shot that sails wide. Kept in at the blue line by the Eagles. Zimmel behind the goal, sets it up in front. Trying to find Chris Malamut. And Chatham brings it back the other way. Marcillo plays it behind the goal with 1:45 remaining here in this first period. There's a hit at center ice, and this could be a delayed penalty. Will be against the Cougars.
Yeah, Billy Pellegrino's going to go for interference. There was a Middletown South player in front of him, and he said, you know what? You're in my way. Boom. And he just knocked him over, and for that he will sit 2 minutes. Watch right there. You see, not only does he take him out, he uses his stick, hooks the Middletown South player's stick, puts it up and over. Good call by our official.
So Middletown South will be on the power play the rest of this first period.
Well,
One of your friends there, Peter?
Well, I know there's a penalty called taunting, but that's against the players on the ice. I don't know if there's a penalty against the fans taunting the players.
Here
we get a puck played above the height of 4 feet, so the faceoff will come way down in front of Chris Marcello. I guess equal opportunity. One red, one blue there. A little equipment adjustment. Is one of those two fellows adjusting the mask in the back of his head?
Puck loose in front. Marcillo tried to cover up, but it bounced away from him. Chris Connor has it here for the Eagles. He brings it across center ice. Middletown South on the power play. Minute 15 remaining here in this first period. Chris Connor intercepts here. Connor and Kepler going at it in the corner. Comes back out towards the blue line. Quick shot that sails wide. Blistering shot there by Burns from the blue line. He keeps it in. He looks like he wants to crank it up again. Tyler Ralph has it deflected away by Casey. Good play by Casey, who finds Rauter. Rauter and Casey with a 2-on-1. Rauter to Casey. He shoots. And a great save by Marcillo.
A tremendous pass, a great shot, but even better save by Chris Marcillo on that 2-on-1.
Short-handed opportunity for Chatham, denied by Marcillo.
Well, we talked about those guys knowing exactly where their partner is, and you saw it right there.
Here's Burns, takes the shot off of the shoulder of Jordan Bowles. Chased down by Zimmel. He centers in front. Malamut has it knocked off his stick.
That was Kepler, good play in front.
And Jordan Bowles able to glove it with just 12 seconds remaining here in this first period.
Wow, watch this. Picks up the puck right there. That's Casey. Now he slips it over to Rauter. Now watch Rauter's pass. He has to lift it up over the stick. And then a great shot, but a tremendous save by Chris Marcillo, keeping the deficit at just 1. Wow.
Faceoff comes to the right of Jordan Bowles, the freshman goalie for the Cougars. 5 seconds remaining here in the first. And the puck still moving along the board. Set up in front for Malamut. And the first period comes to an end. So some opportunities for Middletown South at the tail end of the first period. But the Cougars, with an early goal, have the lead.
Just as predicted, this game is a close game, a well-played game, a hard-fought game through the first 15 minutes.
All right, we've played one here at the Rock in this Public B State Championship. Chatham leading Middletown South 1-0. More state championship hockey coming your way on MSG Varsity HD.
Welcome back to MSG Varsity. We are at intermission here. We hope you're enjoying the action. I'm Colin Cosell, standing here with Jack DuBois. He is the Assistant Director of the NJSIAA, and he is in charge of hockey as well. First and foremost, Jack, how are you enjoying the action here with all these teams?
It's a great action. The top 3 seeds are made it to the finals here with Chatham, Del Barton, and Randolph, number 1 seeds, advancing to the finals. All 3 from Morris County. Very strong hockey tradition in that area. So the play is good, and the play has been strong.
Excellent. Now you are in charge of hockey relations. Tell us a little bit about what that entails.
Well, we have NJSA is proud to say that we have over 150 member schools participating in ice hockey. It has grown in the last 10 years from about 102 to 152. So it is a sport on the rise. We have some nationally ranked powers within our association in ice hockey, namely Delbarton, but some of our public schools also, such as Randolph and St. Augustine, St. Augustine, have been very strong as of late nationally.
Now, the state sports in general, you've got to be very proud. I mean, basketball, football, hockey. What does it mean to the NJSIAA to have these teams excel at such a great level?
Well, we have NJSA sponsors 32 championship sports, the most in the nation. 16 for men, 16 for women, and we are proud to say that our teams can compete against any other state in the country, including the Texas and Floridas and Californias. We can compete with ice hockey, basketball, baseball, football, just about everything. We're on the upper level.
Well, Jack, thanks so much for your time. Congratulations and continued success to you. Stick around. We've got highlights coming up, as well as more hockey action here on MSG Varsity.
Welcome back to the Prudential Center. Lots to cheer about for those guys, the fans of the Chatham Cougars. Their team with a 1-0 lead here in this Public B State Championship. Lou Brockner along with Pete Caggiano. And Pete, in that first period, the Cougars get on top early. Kind of an unusual goal to break on top.
Well, good things happen when you throw the puck at the net, and it happened again this time. Jake Pyle scores on a scramble in front. Watch as the puck just hits somebody, hits a stick. Look at Marcelo. He's still looking in front of him. He has no idea where the puck is. And then again, we see it again from ice level. He still has his eyes focused in front of him. Somehow it jumps up and over and gives Chatham the 1-0 lead. And then Danny Casey, wow, that time Marcelo had to be quick. Watch as he comes across and the puck's gonna slide right through the crease, right there, but just missing that far post to preserve the 1-goal lead for Chatham. And then again, look at this work. Look at a great save by Marcelo as he makes an outstanding block with the right pad.
Take a look at the first period numbers. Chatham out shooting Middletown South 14-9. Face-offs, Middletown South doing the job there. The Eagles 8-4 and 7-4 on chances for Chatham. Well, Colin Cosell standing by with Middletown South head coach Stan Gutt. Colin?
Thanks, Lou. I'm standing here with the head coach. Now, Coach Gutt, it was a tough first period, but you're only down by 1. What did you tell your players going into the second period?
Basically settle down. It's a little bit of nerves. Start the game. We got to get out of get back to the system, shoot some pucks on the net, test their goalie a little bit. I think we'll be back. We'll be fine.
Now, that first goal was kind of a soft one. It was a little bit of a fluke. That, of course, can rattle a goaltender. How's your goalie looking going into the second period?
He's not rattled. That's the way it went in. It happens. Shot on net, hit a couple bodies in front, went in. He just got to get the next one. That's all. He's been doing a really good job at that, and he'll get the next one for us.
Okay, now key players going into the rest of the game. Who are you going to be looking for? Because you've got some players playing really well.
We'll be looking for Zack England, Tyler Ralph, Jimmy Burns to really step up their game, especially on this power play here, and try to get a goal.
Excellent, Coach. Thanks very much, and best of luck the rest of the way. Back to you, Lou.
And there's a look at Jimmy Burns, 15 assists on the season for the Eagles of Middletown South, and Zack England, 11 goals and 9 assists coming into this championship game. So here we go, second period, ready to drop the puck in this Public B State Championship game. Chatham with a 1-0 lead on a Jack Pyle goal, his 17th of the season in the early moments of the first period.
And they still have a power play for a few more seconds, Middletown South does.
Here is Danny Casey. He takes a long shot that whistles wide. And the power play is over as Pellegrino comes back on the ice for Chatham. Marcelo sticks it aside for Middletown South. Sends it up ahead to Burns. Jimmy Burns skating quickly across the blue line, across center ice. Carries into the Chatham zone and shoots it behind the goal.
Good job by the Chatham defense to force Burns wide, not allowing him to come down the middle, forcing him to take a bad angle shot.
Danny Casey trying to keep it in. Rauter backhands it into the Middletown South zone. Taken there by Burns. Burns all over the ice for the Eagles. Middletown South has won 5 straight games since an upset loss to Howell Township in the Hanshin Cup tournament this year. And that was an upset. Middletown South had won the last 2 Hanshin Cups, 2009, 2010. Here's Rauter, takes a shot, glove save Marcillo, and he's able to hang on.
Rauter with a great shot by Rauter, and then a very good save by Marcillo. Watch, now I'm going to shoot. There it is. Now he doesn't know where it is. He has to reach behind them, but like all good goaltenders, they have that sixth sense. Good save. It's starting to trickle in. He reaches behind, and during that situation, I believe we had a penalty against Middletown South for interference, and it appears to be Ortolani. And he's going to sit 2 minutes. Excuse me, check that. Jason Zimmel will sit.
So Chatham goes on the power play. Nelson sends it up ahead. Here's a shot for the blue line, and it bounces around dangerously in front. Marcillo able to knock it away, skating around, and Jake Pyle's shot is deflected from the left circle. Comes out towards the blue line. And good job by Middletown South to knock it out of there as Nelson chases down for the Cougars behind the Chatham goal.
Wow, Pyle had a great chance for his second goal of the night, but Marcillo used that left pad and just got the short side post to prevent a 2-0 lead.
Connor Nelson, one of the captains of this Chatham team, has it knocked away from him, but it's sent all the way down ice, and icing is the call. Face-off will come back into the Chatham zone.
Watch the work around the net by Chatham. There's the shot from the point save. Now watch, coming up right there. Oh, at the toe of the left skate by Marcillo makes that save. Outstanding.
Face-off controlled by Middletown South. Now it's pinned up along the near side boards. Dug out there by Pellegrino. Billy Pellegrino sends it behind the goal. Chris Connor chases down for Middletown South. It comes out to center ice. Alex Rauter circles around, goes across the ice to Casey, but Casey has it poked away from him. Good defense there by Middletown South. Tyler Ralph with a good defensive play for the Eagles.
Yeah, he picked his pocket and broke up that opportunity.
Chatham skating up quickly. A backhanded shot that is knocked away by Marcillo. Casey took that shot, goes behind the goal. Comes around to Rauter. Alex Rauter, he finds Pellegrino, takes a slap shot that's deflected and gloved by Marcillo.
That time, Marcillo was able to see the shot all the way, and in fact, it was deflected far away. Watch the opportunity earlier, and then he loses his stick. But he's there, and then he's got late after this, he's going to grab a stick from a defenseman to use, because it's better that the goalie has a stick than a defenseman or forward.
Tyler Ralph tries to clear from Middletown South, and it does come out to center ice. Zack England chases down, but a whistle stops play.
It's going to be a hand pass against Middletown South. The puck will come back to the right of Chris Marcillo. And we take a look at Zack England. 11 goals, 20 total points this year. He's had some real good chances in the first period, but the freshman on the other side between the pipes, Jordan Bowles, has been outstanding.
It looks like we've got a penalty coming up, and this could be against Middletown South, which would give Chatham another opportunity.
This one's going to be a slash, and this is against Tyler Ralph. Ooh, you saw it right there. Big two-hander. He's going to chop. And you see the official with his hand up. Great opportunity for Chatham at this point. They have a two-man advantage for about, check that, one-man advantage for 2 minutes.
Cougars right back on the power players. Rauter from the right circle has it knocked away from him. Regains possession, tries to skate in, gives to Casey. Casey sends it across ice. And the shot deflected in front by Connor Nelson. Here's Rauter. Rauter saves it for Chatham. Leaves for Casey. Danny Casey centers for Pellegrino. Back to Casey. Casey takes a slap shot that goes wide. Pellegrino chases down at the blue line here for the Cougars. He looks for Casey across the ice, but that one knocked away. Mark Littenberg of Middletown South sends it all the way down the ice. And Chatham will have to regroup. Nelson finds Pellegrino. Connor Nelson with 1:05 left on the power play.
Chatham very poised on his power play. They don't rush it. They take the time and set it up.
Alex Rauter in front. Shoots that one wide. Tried a backhander.
It's tough for a left-handed shot when he comes down from that side. When he cuts in front, he only has the backhand shot.
Pellegrino in front. Score! Off the deflection. Jake Pyle.
Pyle playing well all afternoon. And again, Johnny on the spot as the puck hit a skate and somehow came to him just to the left of Chris Marcillo, and he makes no doubt about it. He tucks it home. Watch, hits a skate right there. Also, Alex Rauter had an opportunity to put it in. Better look from this angle. And you know what? I don't know who they're going to give this goal to. Both guys whacked at it. I can't tell who's stick. But it looks like when you saw Alex Rauter go over to congratulate Pyle, that told me that it was Pyle's stick who touched it left.
It's a power play goal for the Cougars, and they lead it by the score of 2-0. Jason Zimmel takes it quickly across the blue line, takes a shot as he's going down, and I guess they officially gave it to Rauter. So it is Alex Rauter's goal.
Well, they both had a whack at it. Both sticks were on it. And I should have known better because Alex jumped high. Alex jumped higher than Jake Pyle.
Made for Alex Rauter his 39th goal of the season. Here's a shot that's deflected out in front, taken there by Jason Zimmel. So now Middletown South down by 2 goals. And the Eagles will try to regroup with 9:35 remaining here in this second period. Pete, what does Middletown South have to do to kind of get back in this game?
Well, they can't panic. They have to play the way they started, the way they played in that first period, which was very solid. Wait for their chances and do their best when they get them. And don't allow Casey and Rauter to skate freely, especially in the zone. And you know what? I should have trusted my eyes the first time. They did give the goal to Jake Pyle, his second of the night.
Okay, so it is Pyle with his second. Here's a slap shot that's deflected in front, centered, and it just skips by the stick of Nick Arcomano.
Wow, what a chance for Arcomano, but the puck was bouncing. He couldn't get a hold of it.
And the Eagles coming back the other way. Here's Tyler Ralph, who's knocked off the puck. Big check delivered by Alex Rauter. Up ahead to Casey. Danny Casey, he shoots and scores!
There you saw the skill and ability of Danny Casey. A left-handed shot coming down the right side, and he waited until Marcillo made the first move, and then he beat him. This is how the play starts. A great check by Alex Rauter, and then what does Alex do? He feeds the puck up to his teammate. And then what a move. There it is. Watch as he comes across, uses his body to shield, and then tucks the puck up and over Marcillo for his first goal of the evening and Chatham's third of the afternoon. Wow, look at that move. Tremendous move. That's a pro move right there.
And Middletown South calls a timeout. Stan Gutt wants to talk it over. His team is down 3-0 now with 8:39 remaining in this championship game.
It's real close to losing it right here. This is a good called timeout because he has to settle his team down. He has to do it right now. As you see, Stan Gutt right there, the Bayonne all-time leading scorer. In fact, the state's all-time leading single-season goal scorer, shouting out instruction. He's encouraging his kids. They're not out of it, but it's going to be a tough road down 3 to a very solid Chatham team.
There is Harvey Cohen, 38th season out of Brooklyn College. You see 527 victories, and this would be his biggest yet. They have never won a state championship at Chatham. There's a shot that whistles wide. He has won 5 Men in Cup titles back in the mid-70s. Let's check in with Collins.
You got it. All right, well, I just got a chance to listen in to the Chatham Cougars bench during that timeout, and the coaching staff stressed one thing. They haven't won anything right now. They just have a lead. Keep playing hard, and play like they're down or at least tied. So this team wants it, the coaching staff wants it, and they're exemplifying that in that last timeout.
Well, as we just mentioned, Harvey has not won a state championship, has the 5 Men in Cup titles in the late 70s and 1981. He's been to the championship. This is his 4th time in the championship game, but in 38 years, he has yet to raise that championship trophy. Right now, he has a 3-goal lead.
And Lou, would be so nice if he does, because after 38 years, and I'm not trying to put him out to pasture, but he's getting close to retirement age, and those are his words, that he's thinking about stepping down, maybe not after this year or next year, but someday it has to happen. And a victory in the state finals could not be more appropriate for a better guy.
Face-off comes to the left of Chris Marcillo. Alex Rauter chased out of the face-off circle.
Well, that's because
comes back in.
Chatham took too long on the change, so the center is replaced.
Cleared there by Jimmy Burns. He sends it all the way back into the Chatham zone. Jordan Bowles sticks it aside. And Jason Zimmel chases down from Middletown South. Rauter puts it right on the stick up ahead to Casey. Good defense, though, by Brian Walsh to get back and knock it away.
Great play by Brian Walsh on that. Just stepped in the middle and used his stick to just knock the puck away from the Chatham player.
Jimmy Burns intercepts at the blue line and pokes it ahead. Flips it into the Chatham zone as we approach 7 minutes remaining in the second. And the Cougars enjoying a 3-0 lead.
And Lou, that may be Middletown South's first shot on goal here in the second period, and we're more than halfway through.
They've been outshot in the game 22-10. It has been a dominating performance thus far for the Cougars. Lifted up ahead, sent back into the Middletown South zone, and icing is the call. Danny Casey has had a terrific year. 35 goals coming into this contest.
Well, here's some of the work in the first period. If not for Marcillo making some great saves, he would have a couple tonight. But that time, Marcillo could not stop Danny Casey as he tucks one home. What a great move by that junior player.
Chatham with a 3-on-2 opportunity as they skate up quickly. Aaron Dean sends it along the boards, chased down there by Jake Pyle, but Middletown South coming back the other way. That pass is too long for Chris Connor, but Connor able to chase it down behind the goal. Now taken here by Scott Kepler of Chatham. He's knocked off the puck at center ice. Intercepted here by Pyle. Jake Pyle pushed off the puck by Matt Himmelberg of Middletown South.
Pyle looking for a hat-trick, looking for the 3rd goal.
Pyle flips it up to Alex Marsh. Marsh loses his balance at center ice. It comes back to Middletown South. Zack England trying to center for Chris Connor.
And that was Pellegrino laying prone on the ice and using the stick to break up that pass from one side to the other.
Matt Littenberg in front. Middletown South working hard but can't get a shot off. Back to the blue line, intercepted there by Littenberg. Approaching 5 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in this second period. Chatham 3-0. They have the lead here in this Public B championship game. Here's Pellegrino. Tries to chase it down, but kept in there by Chris Malamut.
And for our fans that don't know, Public B are the Group 1 and Group 2 schools, the smaller public schools. Group A are the 3 and 4 schools.
Kept in here by Jimmy Burns. Burns chases down. Now to center ice it comes. 4.5 remaining here in the second period. Danny Casey goes back to get it for the Cougars. Look at Casey skating around the defense.
Speeding and jumping. He jumped over 2 checks.
Here's an opportunity in front, but Marcillo able to stick that aside. Trip Burke.
Yeah, you saw some nifty stick handling there, but he just lost control at the end and couldn't get a shot off.
Here's Burke, intercepts again. Tries to backhand him, but Malamut intercepts for Middletown South. Re-intercepted by Chatham. Marcillo sticked it aside as Connor Nelson took the shot. Here's Herendeen. Pyle tries to center. He does, but can't find Rauter. Rauter was camped out in front. Here's Nelson. He goes to Pyle. Pyle, a backhander that goes up over the crossbar.
Nice job by Pyle, using his body to shield the puck away from the Middletown South player, but just put the puck about 5 feet high in a 4-foot high net.
Connor Nelson sends it behind the goal. Middletown South unable to clear. Here is Jimmy Burns, who circles behind the net.
This period's been all Chatham as they've had 5 golden opportunities to score.
Zack England knocked off the puck. Cougars with some great defense. Comes out to center ice. Picked off there by Alex Marsh. He sends ahead and Burns chases down for Middletown South. Trip Burke almost able to intercept. Nice effort there by Burke.
You know, some players have a nose for the puck. They either are able to take it away from their opponent or they go where the puck's going to be in anticipation. Burke can do both.
Trip Burke in the middle of everything here. Here's Casey. Casey, stutter step move, scores!
You saw a little dipsy-doodle move by Danny Casey. Is he going to go to his right? Is he going to go to his left? Watch right here. I don't know. Now I'm shooting it. And Marcillo gets the glove on it, but not enough, as it just trickles over the line and into the back of the cage. There you see, he almost gets it with the left arm and the top of the pad, but Danny Casey celebrating again with another goal this evening.
His second goal of this state championship game, and Chatham has a 4-0 lead.
The second goal scored by number 11, Danny Casey. His second game assisted by number 22.
Pellegrino sends it behind the goal, and Marcillo sends it up along the near side boards.
Casey his second game from March at 12:37.
And Lou, the other thing that Chatham is doing so well is they're not allowing Middletown South to get many shots, and when they do, no rebounds or second opportunities. Only 11 shots on goal for Middletown South, giving Jordan Bowles an easy afternoon so far.
Approaching a minute and a half remaining here in the second period. It's been an explosive second period for the Chatham Cougars. 3 goals here in the second, and they are in command, 4-0. Up ahead it goes, off the stick of Tyler Ralph, chased down by Connor Nelson behind the goal. He puts the brakes on, flips it up along the near side boards to Alex Rauter. Rauter with a breakaway opportunity, and he sets it up in front, score! It's Danny Casey again, the hat trick!
Then we talked about how these guys have been playing together since grade school. If that wasn't an example of knowing where your teammate is and how to set up your teammate, you'll never appreciate hockey. Watch this play as Rauter comes in, fakes a shot, slides it across to a wide open net, and Danny Casey, all he has to do is keep his stick on the ice. There it is, bingo, over Marcillo, his 3rd goal of the game, his 3rd goal of the period. And the celebration, well, not too early yet for Chatham. but they do have a commanding 5-0 lead, and boy, is that kid happy. A natural hat trick for Danny Casey, the junior.
And he gets that hat trick with 1:08 remaining here in this second period.
Those aren't hats. That was other debris, but that wasn't a hat.
That's 5-0 Chatham on top. Cougars sailing along here in this Public B State Championship.
But it was the pass. Alex Rauter's pass was beautiful because he froze Marcillo by faking the shot and then slid it over to Casey, who had a wide open net.
Last minute of play here in the second at the Prudential Center. Here is Rauter. Alex Rauter takes a shot that deflects way up high and out of play.
Marcillo having a very busy evening as Danny Casey has lit the lamp 3 times this evening.
Faceoff will come to the left of Marcillo. Backhanded shot covered up by Marcillo. Sam Nessler took that shot. Well, Chris Marcillo coming in 2.7 goals against average, and we mentioned he has been so solid throughout this entire state tournament.
But he's faced 27 shots so far. It's a lot of work for a young kid.
This period, Chatham has outshot Middletown South 13-2. Here's a breakaway opportunity for the Eagles. Stick save by Jordan Bowles. So Bowles coming up big. Zack England took the shot.
England races down the right side. He takes a shot. There's the save. And then the puck is struck with a stick above the height of 4 feet and first played by Middletown South. So the faceoff will come all the way down. That is just the 12th shot on goal for Middletown South.
Just 20 seconds left here in the second period. Faceoff controlled by the Eagles of Middletown South. Chased down by Jack Herendine of Chatham. He tries to center, but here comes South with a 3-on-2. England takes the shot, stick save, Bowles. The rebound is knocked away. And the second period comes to an end. All Chatham in the second period as the Cougars explode for 4 goals.
Yeah, they're celebrating a little bit now, but they'll celebrate a whole lot more in another 15 minutes.
So we played 2 here at the Rock. Chatham looking for its first state championship in school history. And they're on their way. The Cougars lead it 5-0 here on MSG Varsity HD.
Team IP, the official NJSI. A message provided by the New Jersey State Interscholastic.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Prudential Center in this Public B State Championship. Chatham leading Middletown South by the score of 5-0. Lou Brogno along with Pete Caggiano, and Pete, the Cougars just explosive in that second period.
Yeah, they woke up in the second period scoring 4 times and so much pressure against Marcillo. Unbelievable. It started early in the period. This time it's Pyle scoring his second goal of the game. And after that, a good hit there. And then it became the Danny Casey show as he scores 3 times. Once there on a beautiful setup. And then again, watch as he just makes move after move. Little dipsy doodle. I'm going to let it go now. Beats Marcillo to the glove side, and then watch this one. Slides one across. That's a pass from Alex Rauter to Casey. He notches the natural hat trick.
Take a look at the numbers. You see shots on goal. Chatham out shooting Middletown South 27-13 in the game. Well, right now, Colin Cosell is standing by with Chatham head coach Harvey Cohen.
And what an honor it is to be standing here with the head coach of the Chatham Cougars, Harvey Cohen. Harvey, you are 15 minutes away from an NJSIAA championship. How are you feeling right now?
I'm just proud that my team brought me to the Rock with them. They've earned it, and I hope they continue to play the way they have been.
After 38 years, a championship today, if you pull it off, how is that going to feel for you?
Ask me in 15 minutes.
You really can't ask for a better answer than that. Thank you so much for your time. Best of luck, Harvey. Back up to you guys, Lou.
You got it, Colin. That was a terrific answer from Harvey Cohen.
How politically correct can you get? There it was, right there.
Well, Coach is right. We're actually down to 14:45 left now, and it's 5-0. Chatham on top. Cougars looking for their first state title. Here's Danny Casey, intercepts to Trip Burke, who shoots it, deflects off Marcillo's shoulder and out of play.
Chatham picking up right where they left off. Marcillo getting tested early. This is Casey. He slides the puck across to Burke. Save with the right shoulder, and then the puck goes up into the netting behind the goal, and we'll have a face-off to the right of Chris Marcillo.
Chatham chases down. It comes to center ice, and it's taken by Rob Graziano. Only a freshman. Future looking bright for Chatham. This is a Chatham team, by the way, that lost 12 players to graduation after last year. But they really had some great young kids coming into the program. That one deflects in front. Taken here by Chatham in front. They have an opportunity. Marcillo able to cover up. A little pushing and shoving afterwards.
Both teams well coached, well disciplined. You're not going to see any shenanigans after the play. But notice the scramble in front. There's the first thing. Now he doesn't know where it is. It's somewhere under those big 12-inch pads. And we'll get a whistle. Maybe from the overhead view we'll get a little better look. There's the save. Nice job by Marcillo to slide from his left to his right. And hold on for the whistle.
Middletown South breaks out after the face-off. Tyler Ralph shoots it towards the goal. Jordan Bowles makes a relatively easy save. Here's Pellegrino, who takes it behind the goal. Kept in there by Zack England. And England chases down in the corner, looks to center for Middletown South, but intercepted by Sam Nessler. Nessler across center ice, sends it down into the Eagles zone. Marcillo sticks it out of there. And that pass right on the stick of Chris Connor. Connor takes a shot, looking in front for Tyler Ralph. And Jordan Bowles able to make the glove save.
Nice move by Harvey Cohen playing Brian Westmantle, a senior who doesn't get much ice time, a fourth-line player, but he got a little ice time there. Jimmy Burns, one of the standout players for Middletown South. Also one of the guys that likes to lay the body. 42 minutes in penalties so far this year for Burns. And we got one coming up against Chatham as Pellegrino, the captain, is going to sit 2 minutes. Watch a little bit right. Just get out of here, will you? And that's a good call to make in this game. It's been relatively clean. You want to make sure it stays that way. There's no need for this with the score 5-zip.
Here's Burns. So Middletown South on a power play opportunity. Down 5-0. Eagles just looking to get on the board at this point. Intercepted by Casey. He was thinking about number 4 there. That would have been a shorthanded opportunity. Here's Burns. Chases down on the right wing. Picked off there by Casey, and he sends it all the way down the ice.
What's the difference? Full strength, shorthanded power play. Give me the puck, I'm shooting it.
It's been a great year for Danny Casey and his teammate Alex Rauter. They're trying to cap it off with a state title. Here's Burns from the blue line.
And Lou, they're both only juniors. They're only juniors. They'll be back next year.
Up ahead, breaking out is Rauter. Rauter carries across the blue line. Rauter, some nice skating here. In front, he shoots and scores! Alex Rauter!
That looked like men against boys right there. It was Rauter. Not particularly fast on that play, but one moves to go left, right, and then pull it back to the forehand shot and beat Marcelo up over. Watch. No, not yet, not yet. There's the move, there's the shot, and it's in the back of the net. This kid has all the tools. He can skate, he can shoot, and he can finish.
His 40th goal, Alex Rauter putting on a clinic.
The goal is unassisted at 2:55. Chatham short-handed goal.
It is 6-0. Chatham on top. Cougars well on their way to the state title. In front, puck loose, knocked away.
And Chatham faithful over there starting to sing. It might be a little early with 11 and a half to go, but they're getting ready.
And Middletown South gets on the board. So the Eagles working hard in front, and they're able to put it home.
That time just some play around the net, little lackadaisical, and Chris Connor scores his 28th of the season for Middletown South. There's a shot that goes wide. He doesn't get over quick enough. Jordan Bowles, and then on the short side, tucking it home for his 28th of the season is Chris Connor.
So the Eagles break the shutout. It's 6-1. Chatham on top. 11:15 remaining here in the third period. Trip Burke chases down for Chatham behind the Middletown South goal. Set in front for Rauter, who scores! Alex Rauter with a blast!
What a pass by his teammate Trip Burke, setting up Alex Rauter all alone in front. That's his 40th of the season. He now leads Chatham in goals. He's got one more than his line mate Danny Casey. They're feeling it. They're feeling it right now. There's the pit. Look, he's all alone in front. Not a Middletown South player anywhere near him. There's the pass. There's the shot. And the back of the net bulges.
Big hit from the near side board delivered by Jake Herendine of Chatham.
Assisted by number 44, Matt Littenberg.
7-1 the score. Looks like a penalty coming up against Chatham. And there it is. This will give Middletown South a power play opportunity with 10:35 remaining.
Kevin Gertz is going to call a hold. Watch some of this work. Guys going at it, going at it. Oh, there's a right to the back of the head. Surprised that the Middletown South player wasn't called as well. But sometimes the officials only catch the second infraction because their eyes are averted to the other part of the ice. They missed the first one.
Chris Malamut spun around to flip that puck in front, but it went wide, and now Middletown South trying to get something going on the power play. Down with a score of 7-1. They've been outshot in the game, 32-17. Here's Casey skating up and shoots it wide. Comes out towards center ice, and Malamut goes cross ice. Zimmel takes the shot that's deflected in front. He sends it across ice. Picked off there by Chatham. 5 minutes gone by here in this third period. 7-1, the Cougars on top. Long slap shot from the blue line by Casey, sticked aside by Marcillo.
Chatham, even though they're killing a penalty, they don't just fire the puck down the ice to try to waste time. They look for a player. That time, Casey was hanging out by the center ice line, took the pass, and the slap shot from the blue line was easily placed up into the netting by Chris Marcillo.
Face-off controlled by the Cougars. And Pellegrino skates back into his own zone. Flips it up ahead. 9:40 left here in the third here at the Rock. New Jersey Devils NJSIAA State Hockey Championships.
And though I can't say enough how great it is as a high school kid to be able to play a game in a building like this. When I was in college, I got a chance to play the game in Madison Square Garden, and it was unbelievable.
Here's Rauter up ahead, circles around, tries to center, but nobody there for the Cougars.
He didn't come around quite far enough, and it slid off his backhand.
Here's Zack England. England centers in front. Connor takes the shot. Kick save, Bowles. Here's Casey. Up ahead, finds Rauter. Rauter in front, and it's offside.
Wow, just a step ahead of the play. He picked up his back leg. Otherwise, he would have been all alone. Alex Rauter, what a night this fella's having. 2 goals. And look how the move's there. Boom, boom. And then he puts it in. Sent it in front. Makes no doubt about that one. As he knows he has to congratulate his teammate Burke for a great pass on that goal.
Face-off just outside the blue line. Controlled there by Zack England of Middletown South. Flips it back to Jimmy Burns. Burns sends it in behind the goal. Here's a slap shot from the blue line, sticked aside by Bowles. Shot taken by Brian Walsh. Walsh keeps it in, sends it towards the goal, deflects in front, and in. Walsh took the slap shot, but it deflected off the stick, it looks, of Tyler Ralph.
Well, he was the closest one. I'm not sure if it hit Tyler Ralph's stick, his skate, the Chatham defenseman's skate, but hit someone. Stick to the skate. The last thing it hit was Pellegrino's left skate and went in. Watch right there. Stick, skate, and then bounced just past Jordan Bowles. Nothing that young fella could do on that one, but Middletown South does get their second tally of the afternoon.
So it's a 7-2 game with 8 minutes and 15 seconds counting down here in the third period. Pellegrino digs it out, flips it to Nessler. Sam Nessler for Chatham. Backhands it up ahead to center ice, and it's taken there by Weissmantel. Here's Brian Weissmantel who skates in. He's taken into the corner.
Weissmantel has no goals this year. How nice would it be for this senior to score his first one of the season at the Rock?
Burns takes a shot at Bowles, hangs on. We want to take this opportunity to thank Chris Madrinsky, Mike Levine, and the rest of the New Jersey Devils staff for all of their help in getting our production together. Also, John Bocciero, his staff, and everyone here at the Prudential Center for making it so easy and fun to work here in this great building. We thank everyone here at the Prudential Center. Shot, score! So a quick goal by Middletown South. And hey, don't look now, it's 7-3.
This was Jason Zimmel, the captain, scoring his 12th of the season right off the faceoff. Nice move. First shot is blocked. He doesn't give up. He follows up with the second one. Put it up over the left shoulder of Jordan Bowles for his 12th goal of the season. And now this time Chatham calls the timeout.
And Pete, this is a good timeout by Harvey Cohen. Middletown South is grabbing some of the momentum And there's a lot of time left. 7:40 remaining. Stranger things have happened.
They sure have.
You see one of the assistant coaches there.
Pretty animated, huh?
Pointing up at the clock. And I'm sure the message is, hey, this game is not over. We've got a lot of hockey left to play.
And I'm sure they will take those words to heart.
So it is 7-3 with 7:40 remaining. You know, Middletown South coming into this game 15-7-3 on the year, but what a year they've had in the short conference in general. Each and every year getting stronger and stronger. Stan Gutt, one of the top coaches of that short conference, and they're making some noise down there.
Yeah, they are. Stan is one of the most respected coaches in the state as well. And, you know, at high school level, 1 or 2 players can make the team. That's why you have up and down years. Some years when you win 5 games and other years when you win 20 games.
But it's been a great year for the short conference, of course. Middletown South, of course, Tom's River South was in the championship a year ago in Republic A. And also Brick Township had a great year this year.
They did, so did Red Bank Catholic. And I'm surprised the officials have not had to come over for more pucks. I was mentioning it earlier when I played my 1 game at Madison Square Garden. I was fortunate enough to score a goal, but I didn't see it go in because I got knocked down right after I shot it. And then when I found that it was mine, I immediately retrieved the puck. Until this day, my teammates still get on my case to say I dove in after the puck harder than I shot it in.
Danny Casey carries in from Chatham. Comes up your side boards. Here's Connor, who is knocked off the puck by Scott Kepler. Good defense. Look at Alex Rauter skates. He's tripped up at center ice.
Not going to make that call with 7 minutes to go at center ice in a 7-3 game.
Up ahead to Burns. Burns takes the shot that's sticked aside there by Bowles. What a career Jordan Bowles has in front of him. Just a freshman. Here's Rauter. He's got Casey on the left wing, but Rauter takes the shot. It's deflected in front. Rauter gets it back at the blue line, and that's gloved by Marcillo.
That time Rauter used Casey as a decoy. Looked like he was going to pass it over to his line mate. Instead, he tried to take the shot that was partially blocked.
Want to see great photos of recent games? Just log on to msgvarsity.com/photos for complete photo galleries of the players, cheerleaders, even the fans in the stands. It's another Optimum exclusive.
Maybe even pictures of our crew that are standing up here with us. Joe Bromberg, our statistician, doing a great job.
Jake Pyle chases down for the Cougars. He's played a solid game for Chatham. Comes out to center ice. And Connor Nelson, one of the captains of this Chatham team, flips it behind the Middletown South goal. 5 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the third.
Pyle with 2 goals tonight. He'd love to get the third and make it a hat trick.
Caggiano chases down. You got 2 freshmen on the ice here in the state championship game for Chatham. Caggiano and the goalie, Jordan Bowles.
Chatham Coach Harvey Cohen has a lot of confidence in these kids and puts them out in any and every situation.
Trip Burke with a terrific pass back to Casey, who rifled one off the shoulder of Marcillo.
We talked about Trip Burke being the unsung hero on that line. He really sets up Casey and Rauter so well.
This is up ahead, and it's offside. The face-off will come back into the Chatham zone.
And we take a look at Tripp, having an outstanding season this year. 16 goals to go along with only 2 penalty minutes. Talk about a guy that stays out of the box. We're talking game, what, 25, 27? 2 penalty minutes, 1 penalty the entire season. That's Lady Bing category.
Kept in, shot in front, and Ralph got his stick on it, but it was deflected there by the Cougars. Here's Casey, bangs it off the boards to Rauter. Look at that pass. Here's Rauter, puts the brakes on. Rauter looking for help. He's looking for Casey. Rauter sends it back to Pellegrino. Pellegrino winds up, shoots, deflected by Marcillo, and out of play.
What more could you ask for in that sequence? First, the pass is not thrown directly to the player, but ping-pong off the dasher board. Then, once he gets inside the zone, he's looking for somebody to pass to. Finally dumps it to the point, but just, it's now to the point where Chatham is having a lot of fun out there, every shift.
Puck loose in front, ping-ponging all over the place. Here's a shot, a little backhanded shot taken there by Jake Herendine, and it comes back out towards center ice. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left in the third. Chatham on top 7-3. Cougars counting it down to their first state championship. Imagine Chatham Township played in the first state final back in 1976 against Brick. Brick beating Chatham Township in that game. Let's stick aside. Of course, a few years later, Chatham Borough High School and Chatham Township High School merged to create the school that you see now, Chatham. Harvey Cohen, the coach all those years at Chatham Township team, and of course now at Chatham. Never won the state title. And unless something crazy happens, he will. There's a shot that goes wide by Trick Burke. He will in the next 3 minutes and 24 seconds. Here's Connor, up ahead, in front, sticked aside by Jordan Bowles. Comes to center ice, Jimmy Burns.
Talking about Chatham Township and Chatham Borough, that's when I played high school hockey here in New Jersey. They had those two teams. And even back then, both were outstanding. I can remember playing them in the old Branch Brook Ice Center in Newark, way back.
Long time between state championship appearances. We mentioned Chatham Township played in that 1976 title game, and then Harvey Cohen didn't get back there until 1995. And we're back-to-back those 2 years, 95 and 96.
And what they did back then, it really wasn't so much a state tournament. They took the winner of the Menin Cup against the winner of the Gordon Cup. They played against each other. It wasn't the format that you see today.
2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in the third. Pellegrino goes back to get it for Chatham. Sends it up along the near side boards.
How nice was that by Pellegrino to take Jason Zimmel off the puck.
And we're 2 minutes counting down here in this Public B State Championship.
Lou, I'm looking to see Harvey's expression after this game. When he received his Hall of Fame award, he was a little teary-eyed then. I'm sure today this is going to be a big emotional moment for him in about another minute and a half.
Well, Harvey Cohen, before the season started, said he felt this was a special team. They rarely make any kind of goals that they're going to win the state championship. Chatham just not their style. But this year, the Cougars did set some goals, some lofty ones before the season started. And here they are, just a little over a minute away from claiming the title.
Credit Middletown South, they're not giving up, they're playing hard right through into the last minute of the game. And they put a valiant effort forth tonight, but just ran into a Chatham team that was outstanding.
Up ahead, it's a 2-0. Here's Rauter, who sets it up in front for Marcillo. Comes up with a nice save.
You knew Rauter wasn't going to shoot that puck. He was trying to set up the senior Ennis for a goal. But that time, not to be.
The clock stops with 39.4 seconds remaining. And that is what they are playing for. That is the NJSIAA State Championship Trophy. And there's the legendary Harvey Cohen. Just 39.4 seconds away.
Harvey sporting the playoff beard. Tomorrow in school, he'll be clean shaven, I bet.
Whistles wide. Inside 30 seconds left now. Cross ice pass. Off of the stick. Jason Zimmel.
And little moments before when Rauter had that opportunity on the 2-on-1, what an unselfish play. He could have went for the hat trick, but instead he passed.
Here's Danny Casey has a chance. He hits the pipe.
Little goal hanging there by Danny Casey.
And this will do it. 2-1, the Chatham Cougars are Public B state champs.
It's a love fest. There it is.
Chatham defeats Middletown South 7-3. An impressive state championship victory for the Cougars, who got a 21-3-3 on the year and claim their first ever state title.
Well, this time they're not left at the altar. Harvey slowly walking out to congratulate his team. Class operation all the way by the Chatham fans, the Chatham players, and the Chatham coaching staff.
Chatham explodes in the second period. They had a 1-0 lead going into the second. 4 second period goals, and the Cougars pretty much put it away at that point. A valiant season for Middletown South. They finished 15-8-3, and a great experience for them, Pete, as they skate in their first ever state final.
They came in as the 11th seed and did very, very well.
So Chatham wins it by the score of 7-3, and we'll be back to talk more about this Public B State Championship in just a few moments here on MSG Varsity HD. Back at the Prudential Center, the Chatham Cougars win their first ever state championship, delivering that state title to their veteran head coach, Harvey Cohen. Lou Brogno along with Pete Caggiano. Great moment for Chatham. The Cougars in impressive fashion winning the state championship.
Oh, Rauter, Casey, Bowles, they were phenomenal. But you know what really impressed me? After the game, after they won it, Coach Harvey Cohen did not go over and accept the trophy. He sent his captains over. He wanted it to be about the team. But you know what? The team got him back because they dumped the Gatorade bucket over his head a little later.
Well, Colin Cosell standing by with our player of the game. Colin?
Thanks, Lou. I'm standing here with one member of that trifecta, that power line of Trip Burke, Alex Rauter, and this young man right here, Danny Casey. Of all the great things you've done this season, you've capped it off with a championship. How are you feeling right now?
Excited. I mean, I'm speechless. I mean, the effort everyone gave today was it's great. Everyone came together, phenomenal.
Now, what would you say is the secret to success for the Chatham Cougars? I mean, it's been a season-long thing. You guys have seen some adversity. What has gotten you through, and what made this happen?
I mean, I think the team we're working hard. When we're facing adversity, I think the team collectively comes back. And we just work for it every single game. We don't give up.
And Coach Harvey Cohen, everyone loves him. He's a legend, 38 years. What does it mean to you as a player and for the team to win one for the coach?
It's great to be the first one. I'm happy Mr. Cohen finally got that win for him. It's awesome. Speechless.
Speechless. Well, there's no other way to put it. This man has worked his tail off all season long, and it has all come down to this, a state championship for the Chatham Cougars. Danny Casey, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure covering you. Lou.
All right, Colin, big game for Danny Casey and his Cougar teammates. They win it by the score of 7-3. They outshoot Middletown South 38-25 in the game. And Danny Casey with the hat trick to put it away for Chatham. So the Cougars win their first state championship in school history as they knock out Middletown South by the score of 7-3. That'll do it here from the Prudential Center. For Pete Caggiano, Colin Cosell, and our outstanding MSG varsity team, I'm Lou Brogno saying thanks for joining us. Congratulations to Harvey Cohen and the Chatham Cougars. New Jersey Public B State Champs. Final score once again, Chatham 7, Middletown South 3.